Willie D. Live.
So, what other people say about us, it doesn't matter, and I'll tell you why. The people who like you, they're gonna be understanding and forgiving. The people who don't like you, doesn't matter what you did or what you said. They're always gonna look down on it, you know?
So we're on the same page.
Yeah.
We're on the same page right there because I absolutely feel the same way. My attitude towards them is fuck them because they want to have an excuse anyway to not like us. They want to, if they already jump to the conclusion, if they hear you saying something disparaging about black women,
Yeah.
and they jump on it and go like, yeah, you know, oh, they ain't nothing, da da da. They already was thinking that anyway.
Guaranteed.
And had you not said it, they still would have been thinking that.
That's a fact.
So fuck them anyway. So yeah, we're on the same page with
Yeah.
that, man. I really don't give a damn what they think because in order for them to have that type of mentality and that thought process in the first place, that means they already got something against me.
Right.
You did?
You didn't plant the seed on that. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Man, what are your thoughts about, black males in regards to black men reimagining themselves since the advent of social media? You know, and specifically reimagining their self-worth. And what do you think is some of the biggest misconceptions that black males have about, their lot in life?
I do also want to state for the record that people think like, oh, you talk about negative about women. Like, nah, I be across the board with mine. You know, people don't do their research. But with regards to black men, and I'll speak about black culture as well briefly. Again, I said Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson's, any of that, like we're very influential, but it used to be that we organically create culture in our neighborhood amongst ourselves, and then the culture gets commercialized, and then it gets projected onto the television. You can see it on MTV and BET, which is not black owned apparently, and you can see it and learn about it, but it's reflecting what's in the neighborhood. And others will learn about us from the television. I remember the first time I met some Germans, and they came to the United States, and they said, Marquett, I don't understand. Where are all of the black people? I was like, what do you mean? He was like, I see you guys so much on television, Will Smith, so many TV show, but in your country, it is not many black people here. They didn't realize that we're just that 10% of the population because our influence is so great. Now, I say all that to say this. It used to be black people have organic, real culture. It gets commercialized and then projected out to the world. People, the outsiders, learn about us from the media, good or bad. Now, Netflix produces images of black people, how the white liberals would want us to behave. It's behavior modification. And then they push the imagery down to the neighborhoods, down to us, the consumers. And black people are the worst in terms of nomophobia, phone addiction, and social media consumption. We're unproductive and idlers. So they push images of us back to us, and then they tell us who we are. We're not telling them who we are, they're telling us who we are, and that's where you got a Lil Nas X from. Because if you remember hip-hop, and you're a rapper, you created hip-hop history. I remember DMX, I remember, you watch a good battle after the battle, Kata used the F word, and not to say that I support any of this kind of behavior, but it was hyper masculine. It's embedded in the culture. People say no homo. There's a certain positioning and posture of the black male identity and consciousness.